The Little India riot threw up several issues. For example, places where foreign workers gather. And in Parliament recently, the government said it will manage well spaces shared by Singaporeans and foreign workers to facilitate harmonious coexistence. The assurance came from Acting Manpower Minister Tan Chuan-Jin. Areas like Little India provide a natural setting for foreign workers to congregate. Mr. Tan said that such place caters to their physical and emotional needs when they're not working. More dedicated gathering spaces to meet their needs will also be launched. Joining me in studio to discuss how the needs of foreign workers can be better met, Bernard Menon, Executive Director of Migrant Workers Centre. Bernard, thanks for joining us today. Now we're looking at, the physical and emotional needs which then attract them to Little India, the foreign workers. Now, in your experience, why do the workers congregate there? Why do they go?
There are a number of reasons why they congregate there. The services, the goods, some goods and services more of an ethnic character that appeals to the workers that they may not be able to find elsewhere in Singapore. But also they meet there to catch up with their friends, possibly people that stay in the same village back home, things like that, to catch up on news from back home or even the lives as they're being led by the workers here. And I think overall, the other thing that congregation areas like Little India offers the workers is the ability for a worker, let's say a Tamil-speaking worker, to be able to move about comfortably just using his national language. Yeah. So I think generally it's security and comfort that these places have begun to give to the workers.
So one of the ideas then is to create more of such spaces for these foreign workers. So we're talking about more little Indias. Do you think that's going to work?
I think so long as it's well managed and if it's done, for example, in the last 4 years through the creation of designated recreation centers for workers, I think that's a good idea. Most of these recreation centers, in the news, it was mentioned lately, there are 4 currently. I think 1 is going to be set up pretty soon. But these recreation centers try to not only provide recreational and social gathering space for the workers, but also duplicate some of the goods and services, even those that I spoke of earlier, of a more ethnic character for the workers. So I think that would be a good strategy to adopt moving forward.
Right. Now your centre, the Migrant Workers Centre, had worked with the Westlight Dormitory to hold like events, in such recreational facilities. Are there more of such plans or collaborations to come? Okay,
so we've been around since 2009, and actually right from the start, we identified working through and with dormitory operators as a main channel to outreach to workers when we do our outreach on social integration and also fair employment practices. So we've worked with actually all the major dormitory players through these 4 years, and we have a very good relationship with them. So much so that the Migrant Workers Centre actually advised the formation of the Dormitory Association of Singapore, which is now the industry association, and brings together all the major dorm operators. So to answer your question, yes, we work with Westlight. This is a key strategy of ours, has always been, and more will come.
All right, and some good news on your front. You have a new HQ in Serangoon. Congratulations. And what can we expect from this?
Okay, so we've been operating out of Rangoon Road since 2009, a small, I think, 1,200 square feet premises. I think over the 4 years, the demand for MWC services and assistance to workers has risen, so much so that we've more or less outgrown the facilities of our old office. And therefore, this move now to our new premises in Serangoon Road, official openings on Sunday. It's a much larger premises, almost twice the size of the original. It'll have new facilities, one of which is a volunteers room, which we're going to try and accumulate a core of volunteers as we move forward. But I think most importantly, one of the things it does offer us now is a emergency shelter. If we're unable to house workers, let's say within the same day that they approach us, we'll be able to use part of the space in the new centre to house workers.
All right, Bernard, thanks for joining us. Congratulations and all the best on your new HQ. I was speaking to Bernard Menon, the Migrant Workers Centre.